Thank you so much. That will be a tough act to follow. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Susan, for training this crowd. My name is Patrick Campbell. I have the privilege of serving as chairman of the board of Street Law, and I'm also a partner at the law firm of Paul Weiss here in DC. That's okay. You can applaud anytime you want. It was especially dear to me to hear Molly and Chloe speak up here tonight, because over 25 years ago, I was in their shoes as a high school student taking a street law class at Calvin Coolidge High School here in Washington. My street law experience brought the law to life for me and put me firmly on the path to my current career. For that reason, I want to give a special shout out to my Paul Weiss table 17, and to all of my wonderful Paul Weiss volunteers who tirelessly went to 2 different high schools this year to teach the street law kids how to do the mock trial. It's dear to me because I was one of those students over 25 years ago who had the privilege of having lawyers from law firms teach me how to do a mock trial. And Molly, I know your team came third, but mine came first. Thank you. So tonight, it is my honor and personal pleasure to introduce this year's winner of Street Law's Lifetime Achievement Award. First, I'll give you a little bit of history about the award. It was created to recognize and celebrate people who have dedicated their careers to public service, including by empowering others in the areas of law, democracy, and human rights. Past winners have included Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, Attorney General Eric Holder, Solicitor General Paul Clement, and the former Chancellor of New York City Schools, Joel Klein. This year's honoree fits right in with this group of trailblazers and is most deserving of this recognition. Secretary of Homeland Security, Jay Johnson, is a graduate of Morehouse College and Columbia Law School. This past December, he was sworn in as the 4th Secretary of Homeland Security. Before that, Secretary Johnson served as General Counsel of the Department of Defense, where he led a team of more than 10,000 military and civilian lawyers, basically the largest law firm in the world. Earlier in his career, he served as General Counsel of the Air Force, and before that, as Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. In between those long stints of public service, Secretary Johnson practiced law in New York City with the law firm of which I am a partner, Paul Weiss, where he became the first African-American partner in the history of the firm, and also served as a personal mentor and inspiration to me. His fervent dedication to public service, evidenced by his 4 separate departures from the firm to serve in the esteemed roles that I just mentioned, also made him a strong inspiration and role model for many others at our firm and in our profession who can only dream of such an illustrious career. Secretary Johnson's unfailing commitment to the ideals of law, democracy, and human rights can be found not only in the titles that he held, but in the specific and profound changes in our government, country, and culture that he has spearheaded. Most notably in this regard, he was a key champion in dismantling the military's previous pervasive anti-gay policy of don't ask, don't tell. He was also heavily involved in the reform of military commissions at Guantanamo Bay. Indeed, at every step along his path, Secretary Johnson has been a supporter and proponent of the fundamental rights of all citizens to freedom and due process. We're also proud to say that with the support of leaders such as Secretary Johnson, street law is actually a formal part of the curriculum in Department of Defense schools across the country and around the world. In fact, street law staff has trained more than 140 high school teachers and administrators from the Department of Defense schools in over 10 countries. The Department of Homeland Security also has multiple far-reaching missions that are supported by street law through our many programs. These partnerships serve to strengthen our society and help to create a world where people can live in peace and with justice for all. These are all ideals that Secretary Johnson's life and legacy have embodied. And so it is with great pride that I ask you to please join me in welcoming to the stage to receive the Street Law 2014 Lifetime Achievement Award, my former partner, mentor, and friend, Secretary of Homeland Security, Jeh Johnson.